On today's episode, AP Laser brings us a portable laser unit, and we're installing a cargo glide in the bed of a pickup. Finally, diesel conversion specialists talk about some of their latest products. Stay tuned. Performance TV starts right now.
Welcome to Performance TV. On a past episode, you might have seen, I have my own brand of money now. It's personalized. You know, although I haven't been able to find anybody to take it, this AP Laser has done amazing things. We've seen some of the amazing products over here. You can engrave on virtually any surface, anything you can dream up. I got my buddy Kyle here today. You've been holding out on me. What is this? I thought we had an AP Laser here. What is this AP Laser?
This is our tabletop. It's our extremely portable unit. It's the SN1812. It gives you an engraving area of 18 inches by 12 inches. 40 watts of power, about 70 pounds, extremely portable, 110 volt.
This is semi-portable. You can move it around the shop,
right,
but you're not going to throw it in your truck and go down the road somewhere with it. This thing here, you can go anywhere with this.
Anywhere. Throw it in the back of your car, the truck, like you said, take it to the county fair, state fair, high school, I mean, whatever you want to do.
What kind of power does it require?
So this, again, is 110 volt, just like all of our machines are. Max consumption, you're only using about 300 watts. Running it right now, we're using about 150 watts.
Can you run it on a car battery?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's really portable. It's so portable. You can, like you said, hook it up right to your car battery.
Now, what does it come with? It comes with it as a kit that
Correct.
makes it portable.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook you up with the laser machine itself. It's going to come with the sawhorses, the computer, the software, on-site training, warranty, complete setup.
The cart, kind of as your base, you're underneath.
Yes.
You can raise and lower the.
Right.
How far away does it have to be from the laser?
So right now we're using a 2-inch focal length. So you want to be within about 2 inches.
All right. That makes it really simple, really easy. What kind of a cost are we talking with one of these?
So something like this, you're looking at $9,995 used car price and make you a new car payment.
Right. I mean, you can get into business for under $10,000 with one of these, and you can go anywhere you want.
Right.
You can do it on the go. You
Right.
can go to fairs and all kinds of different places with this. Now, it's not going to do the big projects like the bigger AP Laser.
Right.
But it's a very good place to start.
It is. Again, it will do just about anything the bigger laser is going to do. You have that much more portable feeling for you.
Right. And now we're doing a door. This is a screen or a glass door off of a house. You can put any kind of logos. You can do anything. Mm-hmm. The surfaces doesn't really matter. This thing will engrave on about anything.
Just about anything, yeah. So right now, again, we're working with glass, but it'll do the granite, it will do wood, paper.
Oh,
Looks like we're
done. How do we do when we're done? We want to set this off?
All right, so this is pretty easy. Let me show you how portable it is. I'm just going to get the computer up here on top of the machine. You'll notice on each side we got a handle here. Yeah. So if you just want to grab one of those handles for me, Tommy, watch any wires, and we're just going to pick it up.
It is pretty light. We'll sit over here on the floor. All right, let's go see our door. Let's see what it looks like here. I can't wait to see this thing. Let's lift it up and take a look at it. I mean, look at that. That came out really nice.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Now, this will do it on virtually any server. I mean, glass, plexiglass, wood.
Right, absolutely. Yep, any of those materials.
Well, you know, what's really cool about this, my sister has an Etsy store.
Okay.
For people who make stuff at home, crafts, you can sell them online. The AP Laser would be a perfect opportunity to start your own home business.
Absolutely. I've had other customers too where there's like an Etsy business side of the thing where you can say, I do an engraving service so people can bring you different materials versus specializing in something.
Right, somebody's retired, looking for a little side money.
Oh yeah.
Grab one of these AP Lasers and go to work.
Perfect.
Now, it's virtually portable.
Right.
I mean, it comes with the whole kit. You have a cart.
Yes.
When you're done engraving, you put the engraver on the cart, throw your sawhorses on it, and wheel it out the door.
Right, take it right to your truck, yeah.
I mean, it's super portable. It does a great job. I like this thing. I think I might have to have one of these.
Well, we can take some of that money you made earlier from us, and we can use it as a down payment.
Somebody will buy it now. Yeah, all right. Now, you said this thing will even do it on the floor. You don't need the base.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go take a look over here.
All right.
Let me show you how easy it is. All right. So if you want to hand me that plexiglass here, I'm going to move the computer.
All right, I'll slide it underneath, put it in there where the laser is.
Perfect.
And we'll go to work.
All right.
All right, I'm ready.
Set up. Let's start here.
All right, well, we got to take a quick break on Performance TV, but when we come back, I'll have the finished product.
Boy, you gotta love these old vintage gas caps on these cars. And with a vintage car like this, well, you may not be driving it a whole lot. That's some fuel for thought for today. And Dan joining us here from Race Gas. Dan, fuel gas, I should say, doesn't have an infinite shelf life.
No, it does not. And it really depends on what blend the gas is, whether it's ethanol blended or not. Commonly, the way gasoline goes bad is the first thing that happens in the early part are the more volatile chemicals evaporate off. And what ends up happening is it makes your car harder to start because you don't have that volatile chemical in there to have, the energy to start the car. The second thing that happens is oxidation. The air interacts with the hydrocarbons in the gasoline and it creates gums and varnishes. Now, if you've ever experienced this, you go look at your fuel filter and it's clogged with a bunch of brown particles. Those are the gums. They can clog your fuel filters, they can ruin your fuel injectors, they can clog carburetor jets. All around, generally not a good idea.
Right.
The third way is gasoline attracts water. So the longer it sits and it heat cycles, goes hot to cold, it creates condensation in the container, and then of course water precipitates in and the fuel's spoiled. The good news is you can find out whether it's spoiled really easily. Open the cap. If it smells really sour and kind of nasty, you know it's bad.
All right, what can we do to kind of rectify that?
There's a number of things that I tell our customers. The first one is to always use a good fuel stabilizer. Even if the car's going to sit for a week or two, with ethanol fuels, they tend to degrade faster. So using a good fuel stabilizer helps. The other thing is to store the fuel properly. So using 5-gallon containers, don't fill them up all the way, but fill them up pretty close to the top. You want to give the gasoline a little opportunity to expand. And then put it in somewhere where it's away from a heat source, it's in sort of a constant temperature, it's not in sunlight, and that way you can prolong the life of your fuel.
So to learn more about how to store fuel, all you have to do is hop on their website at race-gas.com, and that's our Fuel for Thought.
There's still a lot more Performance TV to come, so stay with us.
This edition of Performance TV is being brought to you by Steel Rubber, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping. Diesel Conversion Specialists, power for the long haul. IA Coatings, over 50 years of experience in the performance coating industry. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Performance TV. I've got our finished product we did with the AP laser right off the surface of the floor. I mean, it looks really nice. It's great looking, but I still prefer my money. I like it. Hey, Kathy, how are you going to top this?
Well, Tommy, I absolutely love driving pickup trucks. They can haul so much stuff. What I don't love about them is having to crawl in the truck and out of the truck to get to the stuff I'm hauling in the truck. We can take care of that, Brad, with Cargo Glide. And,
yes, you can.
And it's relatively easy to install. Everything comes with it.
Yes, it does. We have optional products like the spacer kits and drop link kits, but for the most part, what you see comes with the kit right now.
It looks like we have a couple of different frames that we're going to be installing.
That's right. On this particular model, it's a 100% extension, so you have 3 frames. They telescope out, so you have a bottom frame that actually bolts to the truck, and then the other 2 frames just slide into it with stoppers.
I see some different bearings that are on the individual frames.
Right. We have guide bearings, and then we have load bearings. One of the bearings is a cam follower bearing, and then we also have a roller bearing that's a needle bearing that also guides the slides to go in and out.
Okay, we have all of our hardware that we need, but you also help the people out by putting one together so they can see how it's supposed to go.
That's correct. This is called a plus nut, and it actually goes into the bed of the truck from the top side. It mushrooms once you impact it, and then you go ahead and bolt the bottom frame to the insert that is loaded into the back of the truck.
Okay, and we have everything that we need here. Sounds like it's pretty easy to install. Brad, what do you say we go get started on a truck?
Let's get it done.
Okay. All right, Brad, like I said, love pickup trucks, but right here is why we all need a Cargo Glide, because you know I'm not always going to have a step stool.
That's why we designed this product.
I take a look up here. You've already done some stuff, did a little prep work for us. Brad has measured as we would want to make sure from side to side. You pick your points, that type of thing, and you've drilled some holes.
I pre-drilled the holes, yes.
Okay, so what would be our next step?
Next step is to put the riv nut in.
Okay.
Go ahead and mushroom it, and then we'll remove the tool, and I'll hand it to you, and you can do your side.
Okay.
Okay.
Show us how you mushroom this. Already got mine up here. Any special tip to doing those, Brad?
You know, the biggest thing with this is you want to make sure that it cinches all the way down. You'll hear the tool wrap out like it's done.
Okay.
And when you do, back off and then go ahead and reverse it, and then take the tool off.
Wrench, and get ready. I noticed, Brad, we're only doing 4 on this particular cargo glide unit, but there I see more holes.
Yes, the holes closest, the first 4 holes closest to the cab are the most critical because that's where your uplift is when you have the glide completely extended. We have 8 holes. We recommend that you put the bolts and the rib nuts in there, but they're not the most critical because all of your down pressure is at the tailgate end. You're all set.
All right.
Now, when you go to put the unit in, it's only 4 bolts with your impact, and you're done. So we slide the frame over.
All right, because we can get rid of this now. We don't need the tool anymore.
That's right.
Okay. Slide our frame over. Back in our holes. So out of the way.
Center them over the holes.
All right. This one started. You know, I see this truck has a gooseneck
Right?
hitch. Would we have to take this unit out, or does Cargo Glide even offer something for folks who have the gooseneck?
We do have a model that's specifically made for gooseneck trailers. It has a removable U-shaped insert that will work very well for goosenecks, even while the trailer's attached.
Okay. Do we need to torque these at any certain specification, or can
No,
we
just
run them?
until they're tight.
Okay. Okay.
You're all set.
Okay, and our next step would be to start adding our other frames, and we'll do that when we come back here on Performance TV.
Performance TV, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Performance TV, where we have Brad joining us today from Cargo Glide, and that's what we have been installing in our truck. We're going to continue with our second frame. Brad, I noticed, you know, I kind of rubbed a little bit here. We're going to have a problem on certain trucks with the tailgates.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Ford and Chevy have their tailgates tipped up just a little bit,
Okay.
depending on the model. And so we utilize a couple of different avenues to fix that. We have a drop link kit, which I have in my hand, but we also have a spacer kit. On this particular application, we're going to be able to utilize the drop link kit.
Okay.
And it installs pretty easily onto the existing
Oh, yeah.
drop link. It goes back down, and you'll notice the tailgate drops
Just
just
enough to give us
below
clearance.
level to
Okay.
be able to put in the second, or the final frame, which is our third frame.
All right. We'll go ahead and get our deck. See, we have our channels here. Put these in. Just slide it right on. I'm hearing some clicks. What do we have going on, Brad?
Well, we have intermittent stop gaps for each of the positioning of the slide every 12 inches.
Okay.
So that's what you hear when you hear it click in.
So when we're sliding this in for the first time, we need to make sure that our flaps are up so they can flip over.
That's right. Well, actually down, because they will actually go over the stoppers.
Okay.
But they can't be all the way up, or else it'll come all the way out.
All right, so let's pull this out because we have sides.
Right.
This model comes with the sides, as we
That's
were
right.
talking
That's
about
right.
earlier. How easy are they to put on?
They're very easy. They just clip in. That easy.
Just like that.
Right. They slide all the way to the back, and you also have the head rail that goes in, which is going to be toward the cab. That goes in first. Side rails go in second.
So we have all of our load on here. How much weight can we put on this particular unit?
This model is, the capacity on it, 100%, 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds.
But we have models that are up to 2,200 pounds.
Well, I don't like my load, you know, rolling around back here depending on what you have. And this model also comes with tie downs.
It's an adjustable tie down. Very easy to put in and install. We also have tie downs that go in on the outside, just like the high sides do. You can clip the tie downs for the outside if you need a full 48 inches on the inside. So those outside tie downs work great too.
Okay, let's go ahead and slide this on in and show how nice it is to close up the bed. There we go, and it's all secure. We can pull it right on out. So Brad, who are we gonna see, you know, utilizing the cargo slide?
Well, most people that work out of the back of a truck, van, or an SUV, they're candidates for a cargo glide. Fleet companies, you know, AT&T, Comcast, anybody that has to be in and out of their vehicle all day long and they want to keep their boots on the ground, they shouldn't be wrecking their knees and their back climbing in the back of a truck. And that's where cargo glide comes in.
Well, I can also think of a lot of other great reasons. We got a lot of folks that are using trucks just for their daily drivers. They're going to the store, they're picking up stuff at, you know, their local supply thing, doing stuff around the house. Oh my gosh, tailgating. Yeah. You know, going to the beach, going camping. Just put all your stuff on, roll it in, glide it, slide it back out. It's all right there in front of you. I mean, I just think that's a great idea. Now, this is a short bed truck. Right. What about, you know, some of our other applications?
Any size. We custom make cargo glides to go in vans, trucks, commercial vehicles. If you want it slid out the side, both sides of the van, we have one that goes both directions. You name it. If you can think of it, we'll make it glide.
All right, you can find out more. All you have to do is just hop on their website. This was really cool, and no more climbing in and out of the truck. I love it. And I love what we have for you next here on Performance TV.
This edition of Performance TV is being brought to you by Rod-In Supply. We don't just sell them, we race them. Magic Creeper, ready, rain or shine. Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation. And by Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener.
Welcome back to Performance TV. I don't know about you, but I would have never thought of putting a Cummins in a Ford. But guess what? You can do that. And thanks to Mike and the folks at Diesel Conversion Specialists. Mike, you guys have been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah, the company began in 2001. At the time it was called Ford Cummins. Later changed to Diesel Conversion Specialists to broaden the offering. We didn't want to limit ourselves to one type of engine.
I need to ask, why would somebody be doing this?
You know, over the years there may have been some reliability problems with certain types of diesels, and the tried and true has always been a Cummins diesel. So we offer the option of a person to put a Cummins in like a Super Duty pickup. And
all of the stuff to go right along with it. These are just a few of the items that you can supply the folks to be able to do this at home themselves. And we're going to start right off with being able to mount it in there.
Yep, these are the frame mounts that bolt up to our motor mounts. These bolt right in the Ford frame, right in place. Allows you a couple different placements of the engine depending on your fan configuration.
And you know, the motors are going to be different when it comes to wiring things, hooking up in different ways. You guys have that all taken care of.
Yeah, we offer a full harness service. You can either send us your harnesses and we'll mate them together. We can sell you a complete harness if need be. When you receive your harness back, it'll be marked for each circuit, labeled so it's plug and play.
We like that, and being able to tune as well, and you're really close with working with that.
Yeah, my main priority is transmission tuning. We kind of like to offer this as this sets us apart. We have a full transmission tuning service. We view data log recordings. We make adjustments. When you pair these transmissions, you do need to change some shift points, some lockup points for efficiency.
Absolutely, and we need to be able to make sure we keep everything strong. You guys even have the flex plate. It is SFI certified, which is important, so we know it's good and strong and safe. And everything else that you're going to need to go right along with it too, Mike, because the pedal's going to work a little different too.
Yep, you do have to drive both the Cummins pedal and the Ford pedal for proper efficiency. These are some examples of parts in a Cummins cable. This will bolt directly to your stock Ford pedal and allow you to drive the Cummins side for the proper function of that ECM.
Oh, speaking of bolting, we have a lot of stuff that you've bolted on. When we take a look, and we're going to start right off with the back, and you got to be able to mount this to the transmission.
That's our most popular item there. Our adapter plate bolts right to the Cummins as if it was a Cummins plate. This particular one bolts up to a Ford 5R110 transmission, complete with the cam sensor to allow full function of the motor in the Ford pickup.
Well, Mike, when I take a look, pretty much everything that I see bolted on, except for the turbo, that's all because of you guys.
Right. Up here we have our alternator brackets. You could leave a Dodge-style alternator on the Cummins if you choose. Our brackets allow you the option, if you want to retain your 6.4 alternator, you just use these brackets and our bolts. This is all included. It comes with the bolts. Everything you need is there. When you open up the bag, it's all there.
And we'll be able to keep our air conditioning.
Right. We sell the manifold. This is, again, it's a Cummins-style AC compressor with our manifold bolted on the back. Those lines can be moved. Every truck's a little different, but this does pair up to a Ford air conditioning line.
Okay, and see a lot of stuff you guys have over here on the other side as well.
Right. We do have our power steering bracket is behind here, and there again, you retain your Ford power steering on a Cummins engine. You don't have to change anything. You just bolt on our bracket. If you're using a aftermarket fuel system, we offer a fuel filter delete. This just pairs up your fuel lines. Down here is the other half of our engine mount, complete with the bushings, and what you see there is as it comes, right out of the box, bolts, bushings, and that'll pair up to our frame mounts.
So, Mike, we really can have a Cummins-powered Ford, and if people want to find out more about how they can change over, where can they go check it out?
They can check us out anytime at dieselconversion.com.
There you have it. We are out of time, but we'll have so much more for you next week here on Performance TV. We'll see you then.